Always, guys, respect the pump. I respect the pump in all assets. Why? Because it's kind of like karma. You know, the power of the pump always comes back to you if you respect the pump of other people. It's crazy, but I have this belief that whatever pumps, you have to pay respect. Because otherwise, if you're like, oh my God, this scam coin is pumping again, actually you are kind of rejecting the pump from your life.
GM, welcome back to the channel. In this one, we have Bitcoin back above 60K. We've got washout of the year. We've also got a crazy ass meme coin rug, RTR Restore the Republic. And we're also going to go over some geopolitical game theory as well. So sit tight, let's jump in. So Bitcoin here on the daily chart has bust on through above 60K, which was kind of a line in the sand for me. Above 60, nice whole round number. And as you can see, coming into a better range. Below here, we've had just, fake outs, a lot of trouble, big trouble. And now above 60, looking better. So 60.7 is the current price as we're talking right now, but spiked as high as like 62.7 there. So pretty good stuff, strong showing. We had stocks in the US up bigly. After that, unemployment data print came in nicely. So good data in terms of that, reflecting in a positive manner for the markets. Now, quick update from Crown's analysis. So just to map it out on here pretty simply, he's saying Bitcoin should be in a range here around 60, so the red line, to 63. So that is his kind of expectation. Where we're going to settle today, he reckons probably a consolidation day, a bit of downwards action. He's thinking we rest somewhere around 60. 59K is kind of another line in the sand. We need to maintain above 59, otherwise we could be in for quite a bit lower, back down pretty much to the yellow line there. So what we're looking for is a bit of stability in here. Bitcoin close above 60 today will be ideal. And we have the CME weekly closing later today. And just look at this weekly candle now. It's pretty outrageous what has happened. Huge hammer. Look at the wick on that thing. And this pretty much paints the picture of washout of the year. So the way it's shaping up looks like a lot of people got spooked out the markets. And we got some data here to back that up. So first thing here, we have Capriol Investments, Charles Edwards. He's got some of the best on-chain data in my opinion. And he's saying if you just look at all of these vertical bars here, so there's about a dozen or so in here, they pretty much marked bottoms, blow off bottoms, people getting washed, or they've been towards tops, like this top here, top, and bits of nukes down. There's a good one in here. And so you can see pretty much marking tops or bottoms. So every time Bitcoin perp open interest flushes by 20% or more on Binance and Bybit, this is the price action we've had. So you get a flush, and then typically that has been a reversal point, either to the upside or a downside. And obviously, with what we've witnessed, it looks like a V-shaped recovery at this moment. And then more data from Crypto Quant here, Key, posting this. So this chart is the spot trading volume for Bitcoin. And just by here, if you can see the very, very small print up here, that was the second highest ever trading volume day for BTC. And on this chart, which is futures trading volume, again, very small, but this spike up here. So this was Monday's data when Bitcoin dropped to 50K, futures trading volume hit an all-time high. And that was the second biggest day of trading for Bitcoin spot as well. So what does this tell you? It tells you that there was big liquidations, as we know, people getting absolutely carried out, and a lot of people obviously selling the drop, selling in panic, and then potentially you're seeing stronger hands prevail, more experienced market participants buying the damn dip. So pretty crazy to see. And now that, of course, is pretty much the story of this candle here on the weekly, and absolute shenanigans being posted by Bitcoin. So if you're new to the market here, just welcome to crypto. This is a good baptism by fire. Now moving on, we have this bit of banter here from Hasarkas saying, look, dear Binance, and you can see these yellow horizontal bars are the sell orders coming in for Bitcoin on Binance. It appears a user has erroneously placed large sell orders here up until 62.5K, totaling almost $750 million. I recommend you remove these orders for now and investigate these accounts behind these orders, which is pretty damn hilarious. So as you can see, a lot of asks coming to the market here in this kind of region. So probably capping price here, maybe some whales protecting shorts. We don't really know, but people were asking under here, is this bullish or bearish? Well, if we just put this into a football analogy, it's half time and then the away team have just brought on 6 goalkeepers. So going to be pretty difficult to score on that front. Now into Bitcoin and geopolitical stuff. So game theory around Bitcoin and some of the nations that are trying to battle it out for supremacy. China, Russia, USA spring to mind. Putin just signed a law that officially legalizes crypto mining in Russia. Now make sure you do get over to the BLOCMATES website here, sign up for the newsletter, loads of alpha in here. And this is the quote here from Russian state media. The signed law introduces new concepts, including digital currency mining, mining pool, mining infrastructure operator, address identifier, and the individual who organizes mining pool activities. Essentially, what we've seen, and game theory around this as well, because we've just heard Russia come out and say we're pretty much legalizing the operation of crypto mining. Bitcoin mining, of course, going to be one of their go-tos here. What did Trump say recently? He wants to make America the home of Bitcoin mining. So there's a battleground being drawn up over this asset or this commodity, whatever you want to call it. So this is pretty interesting stuff. And another bill that was passed, the Bank of Russia now can authorize companies to engage with international settlements using crypto. So we just think of world powers, the BRICS nations. I kind of think to myself, how long before the BRICS nations are starting to trade in Bitcoin? Because we know it's uncensorable and there's been mass sanctions on the likes of Russia, people's property just taken from them by Europe, by US. Pretty crazy shit, really. So I think that this is going to play a key role into the future, and this should obviously drive up the value of Bitcoin and crypto as an asset class due to the fact you're going to have a bit of a war over this. Now Cardano, aka Carbongo, is messing up the chart here for stablecoin market cap, as the JED stablecoin, apparently 1 trillion of them have just been printed, which is obviously an erroneous thing, but we long for the day to see stablecoin market cap at 1.7 or 1.17 trillion. But what we can see here, if we just go to ETH mainnets, we do have positive sum environment. So stablecoins coming in, you've probably seen a few of the prints coming in, 2.2% up on the week, which is big. And if we just go to Sol here, player versus environment, anyone? 7% change in total Sol stablecoins, up to $3.8 billion. 11% change in a week is big stuff. So we're moving hopefully towards less PvP and more PvE, in which the cake is growing and on Sol clearly growing, and thus we should be able to make some money. Now let's talk about rug pulls. So this one for me was pretty bloody obvious yesterday, and I did not touch this with a barge pole. And it was funny to see the movements around this, but this token, obviously, if you just take this up to like here, it's going up like a skyscraper. RTR, Restore the Republic, apparently a Trump meme coin, after the Trump camp have mentioned they're bringing out something to do with crypto. And it seems they've maybe left people in the industry holding the bag here, but absolutely zero tolerance for what's going on here. Just so much shady shit in the meme industry. But this was Ethereum intern dunking. Solana's one use case is pumping and dumping coins to extract from retail. And yesterday there would have been a large extraction by those in the know behind this. So meme coin gets launched. RTR is the ticker, Restore the Republic. Apparently it could be Trump's coin, and people just absolutely throw money into it. Goes up to like $160 million in market cap. Someone behind this potentially, because there was an LLC company, Kangpai Pandas, I think promoting the initial, I'm not sure if it was initial marketing of this token across socials or whatever, but Icebags, who is behind Kangpai Pandas, I've spent 6 years in the space building an impeccable reputation, flew to meet with Donald Jr., aka Trump's son. They picked the launch date and time, and then they hard rugged us 5 minutes after we were told they were tweeting. So he's saying was one of the hottest launches. Either way you look at it, mass insiders trying to launch a scam token, or maybe it was legit and then they've been rug pulled by Team Trump, who cares? But this is pretty egregious stuff and goes to show you the level of value extraction in crypto by, don't want to blame him directly, but these people are already meant to be super wealthy, and carrying out these kind of things just leaves a super sour taste in my mind. And as Kangpai Panda's kind of CEO, the floor for them, due to the fact he's just lost a ton of social capital here, floor for their NFT plummeted by 40% to 0.44 ETH. It's been as high as just over 1 ETH more recently. So big lesson in there. You can lose your reputation in just a few seconds. I thought this was a great quote from Ganymedes. So he says, just because this token had fat liquidity, you think it was going to be the official one. Study what happened with Bold on Base. Similar thing. Also screenshot every MFer that shills this to you as Trump coin and block them. I think that is a really good process to go through right now. You can see the people who jump on whatever the hell they can make a few quid out of. Potentially they would have had inside information, and you should probably block them from your timeline just to avoid future heartbreak. Now we've seen quite a few of these. So Liquidity suck coins, Slurf, down only, with obviously pumps in between, but huge amounts of interest, volume in here. Same as Book of Meme, Boom. These are these kind of cabal coins you get in the meme sector over on Sol, but they have the same history and the same trajectory. They're going down over time because they are nothing but, they're not real memes. They're people just trying to value extract from the industry. So this kind of just like solidifies my kind of thesis around, we're at a stage in the cycle where it makes zero sense in my mind to be punting all these new shiny things that come onto the market. You're better off just diamond handing the ones that are already more lindy and have reached escape velocity, trading on centralized exchanges, etc. Because these new pump.fund launches, etc., a lot of them are just pure value extraction. There's no objective other than the person making it just wants to rinse you. So the ones that have had huge holder distributions, I think, are better plays. Now, what you can see from this chart is a loss of holders across the board from some of these bigger meme coins, which obviously coincides with that RTR launch. So a lot of people chucked their money into a brand new coin yesterday and ditched the bag of their more legacy holdings. This just paints another picture of what you shouldn't be doing. Chasing new shiny equals you lose the bag. And by the holder counts we can see on here, people have fumbled big time. A couple more charts to go through. First, Sol ETH. People getting a bit excited about Sol ETH, saying it's come down because it was all the way up at 6.4. ETH has rallied. It is up to 2,650. Long may that continue. But this ratio here is bigger than just the trading chart. It's more to do with, we've got a vibrant developing ecosystem versus one that has stagnated. Now you can see 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches of rejection and a bust on through. So if Sol ETH comes down to this line, which is 0.058, perfect resistance flipped support and send, in my humble opinion. That would be pretty textbook to see. Then let's just look at a few more. We've got MOG here. Someone cheated $250,000 in one transaction on Monday, which is funny. Went down to 74. It's back up 2x, so it's doubled in that time frame. This is the long-term weekly MOG chart, and it looks pretty stupendous in my opinion, as does PopCat on the weekly. Again, wick down to 25 cents, trading at 63, and we have WIF slowly making a bit of a recovery here. Obviously work to do. Looks a lot better above 2s, and especially above 223 is getting really inside this range again, and you want to see an attack of 350 at some point. But just looking at these meme coin charts, these are the kind of cult vibe ones that over time, as more people enter the market, more people exposed to memes, the bigger ones are likely to attract more and more people over time than less. And so I believe valuations of these will continue to rise with the market cycle as long as things maintain a bullish posturing. So that is it for today's video. I hope you learned something or took some value from this one. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe to the meal deal down below, and peace.